Welcome back to the podcast called Tell the World, and I'm your host. Man, what I've learned in so many years of my life, I've learned to just not allow myself to live in a world like other people live in their worlds. Not stopping nobody's world that they live in, they bubble, but my journey is like this here. I've always observed, I've always known better than to allow myself to be, treated any kind of way. I've been through shit now. Don't get me wrong, I've been through stuff, but I always knew that my mind could never be in the universe of other people's worlds. Because as we all know, sometimes the world of other people can drive you crazy. You see that their lives could be a bit too much, and sometimes that washes off on your world of yourself. Like, you drive yourself a little crazy. Come on, we know this. You drive me crazy now. I was just fine. Basically, you putting up with somebody's mess, is what I'm saying. But as a hold of how the behavior of how the machine that pushes what it pushes to us, I always take myself out of that bubble. I can go in, I can go into the BS, but I can also come out of the BS and still have my mind. Now, my eyes are going to be bucked like Jesus when the devil was tempting him and he came back and told his disciples, man, it is real out there and the devil is real. Beware. So I can get out there, I can be around all the temptation, but I always come out the same way. I come back to myself. I'm always myself. I keep myself in whole. Of course, some dirty energy sometimes gonna pull on you, give you a headache, or you just gonna feel weird around it. But I've learned to just keep myself out of trouble. I learned to keep myself out of trouble, and I'm here. Now, have I made mistakes in my life? I've made mistakes. I made mistakes I ain't proud of. I can't say I've said stuff to people because I'm not I don't lash out. So, I think it's normal for people to attack you, and it's normal for you to attack them back. You give me the riff, I'm gonna give you the riff back, shit like that. And then you learn that, that's not worldly, godly, and that just gave me a headache. Exhausted. What I'm saying is I try to keep myself steady on the go. All my steps that I make in life, I don't care if it's taking out garbage. I don't care if it's going to the restroom. I always make sure in my steps I'm directing myself in the right places where I need to be with myself. That's all I'm doing. You ever went somewhere and it was like right time and could be a bad moment, wrong place, wrong time. So things like that, my raising has been excellent because my parents never taught me to, be a certain kind of way. I've had the best raising I could ever have in life. And, when they always say don't take life for granted, don't take it for granted. There's a point in time in your life you start to realize that you see all the stuff around you. See, this is when you're in your own universe, when you start seeing the universe of other folks, how they live, the mistakes that they make. And you may find yourself as an angel trying to help somebody, understand, and trying to get them to reason with themselves, not to take it too far with themselves. Stuff like that. I think that's the goal in life too. I think a lot of us are angels and we don't even know it. I think a lot of us is angels when we are always trying to help others. And I think we come here in the world like that. It's just something, I think it's something like that in some of us, like, some of us souls that come here on earth, we are an impact on people's lives, including the people that do bad things. They are an impact on people's lives. Why? Because it all makes sense. I always kept telling myself, I said, damn, do we got to have negative mixed with positive for things to work? I said that one time because I created a group one time. That group still exists too. Over 5,000 people. And I said, damn, group is too nice. Do we got to have some negative in here? And all of a sudden, here comes the negative. The negative start to get people that were positive, started to get them to act out. Started getting some of those people that were positive questioning my kingdom of the group, of what I was allowing. And I'm like, damn, I'm not allowing that. And do I got to block all these people to calm my kingdom down? It was just a dreadlock group I created. And I thought over those years, I said, damn, you know what? I'm on planet Earth. I'm mixed with positive people, and I'm also out here with a bunch of negative people, awful people, people that's trying. But I said, you know what? What God would make this mistake? Put us all here. Put us all here. So I realized that we're all here for a purpose, and it all intertwines. And yeah, the good could be winning, but then that's going to make the negative try to push harder. Then all of a sudden, tug of war starts to happen, and then the negative is pushing and pulling us in now, and it looks like the negative is winning. But then, as I read this book called The Tipping Point, things only last for so long before it gets to the tipping point of where it ends. And where it ends it always comes with a lesson. What did we learn? Right? Because things last for so long. But what did we learn? What did some of us learn? And yeah, the evil's going to crawl back into its hold. And we get a day of reckoning and a day of rejoice. And we're back again for a long time of praising and glory to our God. And then all of a sudden, evil returns again. I'll be back. So I guess this life ain't a curse. It is a gift. I believe it's a choice for it to be a curse, because we all have control in our lives. Even though it may feel like things are out of control, I think we do have control. We just have to think. Brain has to mature enough. You just have to analyze it. You just have to get to yourself, talk to yourself, recap it through your thoughts, and just think on it before you lash out. Before you do anything that's considered the devil's work. That's what I see. That's what I see in life. But today is nice today, y'all. It's sunny. I believe it's in the 50s, kind of pleasant. I got on the hood, a hoodie here, and the weather is kind of weird because it feels like a bit of spring. Remember I showed you guys the yellow flowers? See there? Yellow flowers and stuff. Got some bees out there too. I don't know if you guys can see. But yeah. There's always a brighter side to life. That's why I always tell people, stay out of that place that you're in for so long in anger, distrust, fear. Get away from that. Take a little time for that. Give fear, give anger. Give that shit a break and go see something beautiful in life to see. Go see that. It's you know, you gotta get out the mind of some of that stuff. That's what I see. Now, as I close this out, I always would say sometimes this podcast is not for everybody, but I'm going to recap on that myself. It is for everybody. Because we all are here. We got to find some kind of way to get along. It may not be good. It may be ugly. The battle's going to always be there. But for some of us, create your own kingdom within yourself, within your heart, and never let your world close into other people's worlds and stuff, because both of those colliding and shit can just cause something very galactic in your space. And you don't want that. And then you become falling stars. Or just pieces of rocks. But anyway, guys, like, share, and subscribe. I'm building this channel up here and stuff, so I may have to build it off of negative as well as off of positive. But that's the way we're going to continue this. We're going to continue this podcast to be positive. That's what it needs to be. Like, share, and subscribe. You heard it first.